Let me walk through this case where we're dealing with a neonatal chest and abdominal radiograph. The first thing that stands out is that the humeral ossification centers are not visualized yet, which suggests that this is likely a neonate and possibly a premature infant. There's a significant clinical clue right off the bat. Looking at the tubes, there's an endotracheal tube, but it seems to have its tip projected in the region of the carina. This location is critical to note, as improper positioning could be contributing to clinical concerns. On this particular image, I can see that there's opacification of the left hemithorax and the right upper and mid zones. My impression is that this could be secondary to a malpositioned endotracheal tube. Shifting to the abdominal findings, multiple dilated loops of bowel are visible in the abdomen, particularly in the right flank. Notably, these loops exhibit features suspicious for the presence of intramural gas, which immediately raises the suspicion for necrotizing enterocolitis, a serious condition in neonates, especially those born prematurely. Additionally, there are branching linear gaseous areas projected over the liver, which are likely reflections of portal venous gas. Now, taking these findings together, the presence of intramural gas in the bowel and portal venous gas on this radiograph strongly leans toward a diagnosis of necrotizing enterocolitis. It's important to also point out that no pneumoperitoneum is identified, which means there's no immediate evidence of bowel perforation. At this point, I'd certainly communicate these findings to the clinical team urgently. This is a condition with a high morbidity and mortality, particularly in premature infants, so ensuring the referring clinicians are aware of the suspected diagnosis and the tube malposition would be critical in guiding further management. Now, considering the anticipated questions examiners might ask, let's think through a few key areas. 1. What findings support the diagnosis of NEC? I'd highlight the dilated bowel loops, intramural gas, and portal venous gas as key radiographic signs. 2. What is the significance of portal venous gas? Portal venous gas can be seen in cases of bowel infarction or necrosis, particularly in infants with NEC. It can be associated with a worse prognosis. 3. What management steps would you suggest next? After highlighting the diagnosis, I'd suggest ensuring appropriate positioning of the endotracheal tube, continuous monitoring for pneumoperitoneum, and urgent involvement of a pediatric surgeon. 4. Why would you not suggest a horizontal beam view in this case? I'd mention that while a horizontal beam view could highlight free air in cases of pneumoperitoneum, in this particular scenario, with no evidence of perforation, the horizontal view might not offer additional critical information. In summary, this is an emergency condition in a neonate, and my focus here would be on early recognition of the imaging findings that point toward NEC and portal venous gas. Communicating with the clinical team and ensuring urgent attention to the malpositioned endotracheal tube would be essential steps. Finally, if you found this discussion valuable, consider subscribing to Radiology Made Easy for more practical case breakdowns just like this. If you have similar cases or any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let's keep learning together.